So this video is about Layla Jane and her first foods, but I had to start the video by bragging about how this little girl slept in till 7:30 today. Yay! Normally she is a strict 5:30 a.m. in the morning girl. Oh, she wants her weapon up. Here you go. Back to what I originally wanted to talk about. So I know from talking to moms in my mom's group, when you first start feeding your baby solid foods, there's a lot of questions about it, like what you should start with. So I thought I would share how we started introducing solid foods in Layla Jane's diet. You can start really anytime between like 4 and 6 months. They suggest starting with rice cereal first, which we did. And then they suggest starting with low allergy risk foods. Those foods include like avocado, squash, banana, sweet potatoes, peas, zucchini, pears, and apples. And when you start with a solid food, I read in that you should stick with the same food for 3 to 4 days, because that way you can kind of see if they're going to have an allergic reaction to it or not. So we decided we were going to start with avocado, and she is formula fed. And we did not alter any of her formula feeding. This is just more in addition to the formula. And we really only start off with about a tablespoon a day. And I have a baby bullet, so I would just cut open the avocado. I could have just mashed it with a fork, but for the first time I did use the baby bullet, just added a little bit of water to it to get the consistency I want, and she loved it. I mean, at first it took her a while to get used to the spoon. She kind of kept wanting to push everything back out, but we just kept on doing it, and she eventually did get used to it. And avocado is an awesome one to start with too, because the texture is really nice and creamy and smooth for them, and it's also super nutrient dense, has lots of good that healthy fat, which is great for brain development. It has vitamins, minerals. Next we moved on to sweet potatoes. I was really excited about the sweet potatoes, and I did the same thing. I put it in the microwave though, and used the NutriBullet and blended it all up, put some water in it. I thought she was gonna love this. She hated it. I wish I would have got this on film, because she was literally gagging. She hated it so much, making just these noises. I thought at first she was choking, but no, it was just she just didn't like it. So we put that aside for a moment, and we went over then to green peas. So green peas are very high in vitamin A, B1, B6, vitamin K. They're also very high in magnesium, potassium, and iron, which is very important for babies, especially after 6 months. Babies are born with stores of iron in them, and they get some iron from their formula and breast milk, but after 6 months they need more, because those stores that they had from birth start running low, so they need more iron. So that's why it's really good when you choose foods for them to do iron-rich foods, and peas is one. And she loved the peas. Now I have to admit, with the peas I just bought the Gerber brand, and it was so easy and it's so inexpensive. You know, I thought I was gonna be one of those moms that only made her own baby food, but in reality, it's not happening. Some days it's just so much easier to go pick up a 99-cent baby food, and it's all natural. All it is just peas, and she loves it, and it's so easy. And next we tried prunes. So prunes isn't one of the foods that they suggest like right at the beginning, but she was so backed up, I thought this would really help. So I was a little nervous to start a food that was so sweet, because my pediatrician was saying try not to start with those first, because once they get a taste of that sweet food, then it's really hard to get them back to like vegetables and those non-sweet foods. But I knew I needed something to try to help her go to the bathroom, so we just did it, and she loved it. She loved prunes. We did it for the full 4 days, and she still will go back to peas, green beans, other foods too, so it really didn't mess her up and make her only want sweet foods. If your baby doesn't like a food at first, don't give up on it, because later on I went and bought sweet potatoes again, and I tried it again, and she loved it. I tried it about 2 weeks later, and she was just in heaven. She loved it. Okay, I'm back. So I had to go put Layla Jane down for her nap. outside about 30 minutes before she wakes up. She only takes 30-minute naps. And another thing too that I've tried is Mums and Puffs, and she loves those. The Mums are great because you just give them to her and she holds them, and it keeps her entertained and occupied for a while. And the Puffs are great because they're just these tiny little things and they just dissolve in her mouth, and those two will keep her occupied for a while. But I am getting ready. As soon as she wakes up, we are going to a mommy play date, and there's gonna be some other moms there with their babies, and I'm gonna ask them what they did with their baby's first foods and see what foods they liked and didn't like, because every baby's different, so it's always fun to hear how other babies were first introduced to food. We are at our baby play date, and we are talking, some of the moms and I, about our baby food and what we first tried. So first, here's Christina and her little boy, James. You were saying you started with avocado first too? Oh, Layla Jane's pulling my hair. And what did he think of that?
So he liked avocados a lot, and then we tried some sweet potatoes, which he hated. He wouldn't even let it stay in his mouth. He would spit it all out.
Same with Layla Jane.
And then we tried some apples and pear purees, which he loved.
And you said you tried peanut butter too, right?
Yeah, we started adding it around 7 or 8 months.
Apparently you're supposed to try peanut butter like around 6 months to see if they're allergic, and we haven't tried that yet, so maybe that's something we need to test out soon. So this is Madison and her boy Christian. So what was the first food you gave Christian? This is your third.
I want to say bananas, avocado, sweet potato.
And then what was your tip for trying peanut butter again? You like put it on their skin?
Yeah,
Or-
so I definitely would recommend putting it on their skin, seeing if there's any type of reaction.
There
on their skin
first? Okay.
And then trying it orally
Okay.
at their doctor.
At their doctor's, okay. Well, we had to do a quick exit from the play date because Layla Jane got very fussy and extremely tired. We're home now, and I'm just so glad that I got that time with the other moms. I love having this moms group to go to and talk with, and we're also supportive of each other. And I also learned so much from all of them. So all of them pretty much have tried giving their babies peanut butter. And I thought that was a big no-no, but apparently you're supposed to give your baby peanut butter to kind of test it out if they have an allergy anywhere between 4 and 6 months. I did not know that, and I'm kind of nervous to try it, so of course I called my doctor and left them a message, so hopefully they'll be calling me back here soon and letting me know about that. And then also, most of the moms there have already started giving their babies meat, like pureed meat. And I'm really excited to try that with Layla Jane and see what she thinks of that. So on the way home, we stopped at Target. We picked up a few things. They had many different types of pureed meats. They had chicken, turkey, and then they had a mixture, like some was like chicken and apple or turkey and vegetables. So we picked up some of those, and I'm really anxious when she wakes up to have her try some of this. Well, Layla Jane is up, and I'm actually giving her prunes right now, not the meat, because she had a really big spit up, and I'm afraid to give her anything new or different after that. So we're just gonna stick with an old tried and true prunes, and we'll try the meat another time. But I wanted to let you all know too, I did get a call back from the doctor, and they said as long as we don't have a family history of peanut allergies, it's safe to let her try a little bit of peanut butter and see how she acts, or see how she reacts. So we might try that this weekend. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and leave in the comments below what some of your baby's favorite foods are, and also let me know when they started meat and when you tried peanut butter for the first time. I would love to know. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Bye.